Hi, I'm the Reverend Russell, and this is the Hardest Question video blog. Senior contributing editor Reverend Dr. Mark Stenberg is off contributing somewhere else this week, but he will be back next week. So here we are, year C, and the choice is yours. Do you play it Passion or do you play it Palm? Do you play it Cross or do you play it Glory? Do you choose fish or chicken? I'm not sure which the fish or the chicken is, Glory or the Cross, but you get that choice today. And this week we have writing on the blog is Unvirtuous Abby. And just a side note, I don't know if you follow Unvirtuous Abby on Twitter, but you should because he's funny, clever. As a matter of fact, maybe some of you have been around the Hardest Question community for a while might remember that Unvirtuous Abby started out just making pithy and insightful comments on the blog post, and now is a regular contributor for us. But so this week what he does is he doesn't make the choice, Palm or Passion. He writes a post for both. And so in the first one, taking the Passion text, he asked the question, he talks about Jesus' suffering and suffering on the cross, and that saying that is when he thinks possibly that's when Jesus becomes the Christ, when he suffers and dies on the cross. And so his question is, when, for us, his hardest question, I guess, is when does Jesus become the Christ? At birth or when he suffers and dies? And then he takes also the Palm text, and he takes the Palm text, Sunday text, the triumphal entry, it's often called, and he questions it like it's been so questioned, right? Because this is Jesus' triumphal entry, and this is great. All the parents love it. The kids run in with the palm fronds, and yeah, so it can be great fun, right? But I think very few of us anymore are at all interested or feel like we can, in good conscience, talk about Jesus' triumphal entry, because it really is the entry to his suffering. And Virtuous Abby here points out that Ched Meyer writes about the triumphal entry that this really was a political act, and he supposes that Jesus is writing in anger and his political protest, and he has anger at the injustice around him. He does note that Ched Meyer is writing about Mark, and I think for my hardest question here, I think that Mark and Luke are very different when it comes to their overall, I don't know, their trajectory and their view on this Jesus entering of Jerusalem, because after all, Mark, yes, just ends with everybody running away and not saying anything, whereas if you read Acts, not only does Jesus go to Jerusalem, but the disciples in Acts start in Jerusalem and they end up in Rome. So he's writing this Jesus message, this Jesus movement goes right into the heart of the empire, and I think maybe doesn't have the same sort of spin or critique maybe that Mark does. So I think my question really for this text here and the triumphal entry in Luke is this: what is the implied author of Luke's understanding, or the Gospel of Luke's understanding of triumph? And I think that's an important question to ask, because I think it certainly is a relevant question for our church. What is triumph? So thank you. This is the Hardest Question of the video blog. Let us know which way you go, chicken or the fish. Thanks.